Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Eclipse. My name is Jessica. In this video, we'll be asking the cards about your future spouse, your life partner, and what your lives will be like when you're together. So I have 4 stacks for you all to choose from today. We have Labradorite, clear quartz, rose quartz, and obsidian. So choose whichever stack or stone calls out to you. And of course, you can choose multiples. If several stacks call out to you or just one, choose whatever you feel drawn to and just take whatever you feel is meant for you within those readings. You can check the comment section or the description box for timestamps if you'd like to skip directly to those stacks or that stack that you selected. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with our first stack, we have that Labradorite, which I will put over here. So when it comes to this future spouse or this life partner, whatever you feel connected to, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Ten of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups, and let me move this over a little bit so I can fit all of these cards in here. And lastly, we have the Three of Shells, which would be the Three of Cups with playfulness and bliss. And lastly, we have the Three of Crystals, which would be the Three of Pentacles with collaboration and productivity. So mainly what we're getting from these cards is a little bit about what you'll do together, your lives together, and just overall like action, feelings, emotions, things that we get from the cards. So I feel like majorly here, since we have the Six of Cups coming out, it seems like it's a strong part of this reading. So I do want to focus in on that for a second when it comes to this person, this life partner, this future spouse. The Six of Cups is coming out twice. It's one of my favorite cards because it represents longevity. It represents a lifetime. So not just like one day, not just 1 year. This is continuous. This is somebody you're meant to be with, somebody who provides you with both a youthfulness, but also the wisdom of like time and a lengthy relationship. Somebody who is stable, somebody who is reliable, somebody who you feel a very deep, strong connection with, almost like you've known them in past lives. Like if you've just met this person, the energy that comes off of them is that like, I've known you forever, we're meant to be together. In this depiction, in the Six of Cups, we see it sort of like growing old together, where we see that youth to older age with the same dog, as like years have gone by. With this Six of Cups, it has that like equal approach that I really love about the Six of Cups, are like two people approaching each other, sharing almost like sharing memories, sharing things from the past. They create such a beautiful harmony, and I love that both of these have come out here in 2 different decks, with the Seers or the Light Seers Tarot and Tarot Wonderland. We have 2 completely different decks here, which signify this energy being on both sides, both this future spouse or this life partner, as well as your energy throughout this relationship. So there's a very strong bond from the start when it comes to this person, and it creates a really like lovely, predictable in a good way relationship, this beautiful closeness that you're not going to find with anyone else. It's like this person you just really feel an attachment to, like that this is supposed to be like who you're supposed to be with the rest of your life. That's the energy that's coming through here. Now, when it comes to these other things, we see an offering in a lot of different ways throughout these cards. So Ten of Swords is an offering of movement away from the sort of painful past, because it's movement from the Six of Cups into a memory that maybe you don't really care for, and then into the King of Pentacles, which is like everything that you could ever ask for in a significant other. So they are offering you what you weren't able to receive from past relationships, past relationships in all areas, not just romance, past relationships like friends, family, co-workers, just people in general that you've come across. This person is able to fill in those gaps and provide you with that stability that you won't ever have to worry about them. Like you don't have anything like, where are they thinking about me? That with this person's mentality, because they're coming through as the King of Pentacles, male or female. When somebody comes through as the King of Pentacles, they are representing the truest form of stability, the truest form of reliance. So I do feel too, you know, if you're getting the King of Pentacles, you're also seeing somebody who's very good with money. Somebody's good with handling things, and also sort of like the person that would surprise you by saving up to take you on a trip somewhere, and you have absolutely no idea because they did this so well that you didn't even realize that they were saving up on the side for something, or they were very good at managing money, and like you come up like surprised with something amazing that they've bought or that they've put this money into to help you two in your relationship. So there's somebody who's very good with money, somebody who has a good, very good income within that card too. It's somebody who might be a little more of a homebody, you know, somebody who just prefers staying home or away from crowds, but they do enjoy going on trips. They do love traveling, and even if it's like just, you know, to the next city over or not that far, I feel like this person does love to travel because we see the Chariot, we see Ace of Wands, the Three of Cups, as well as the Three of Crystals, with a lot of movement going on here. Normally wands would signify travel, or, you know, going out, stepping out like into the world. Could be like a road trip. It could just be going somewhere that is nearby, but maybe like a vacation spot, something that seems like a lot of fun just for the two of you. And with the Six of Cups coming out twice, it really does seem like heavily the two of you energy. So I think when you're together, it's all about the two of you. And that does include like if there are children in the future, if you do want children, we do see room for them. So it's not to say that they would completely disregard that, but it means that they just treasure you so much. They want an abundance of time spent on you and with you. It's all about that like couple, that relationship that comes into play. And I feel like when it comes down to like all the seriousness that they have in other areas, when it comes down to like how hard of a worker they are, like they put in all their effort into everything they do, but then when it comes to you, they leave everything out of it. They leave, you know, like their work, their friends, everything is forgotten just for you, so that you could come through and be the person that, you know, is represented within those Six of Cups cards. Now, besides that, when it comes to other aspects of your lives, I do feel like you develop this like really nice group around you that is like the sort of like ideal group where you just feel like there's a nice relationship between everyone. You all know like enough about each other to really feel comfortable. You don't ever feel like you have to like work hard or be a certain way in order to find comfort within that group. You don't have to portray yourself a different way. It's just a very comfortable environment. And I think with this person, you have such an easygoing communication style. You're able to really simply build up your future and develop that stability. So it seems like a very calm, stable relationship, a very dedicated relationship. And the love that's present, purely based on the Six of Cups occurring twice, is such an like immense feeling. It's such a huge energy to come through here. And the Three of Cups, it really does seem like if you haven't ever met this person, it feels like you've known this person for like hundreds of years. Like just meeting them, you really feel that connection immediate. So it seems like a really nice relationship. I'm leaning more toward like it doesn't seem like you're going to go out like exploring the world, but I do feel like this person likes to go on a lot of trips. And especially with you, it seems like just making sure that you two have your time together. You have your nice group, you have your nice family life, like this nice group around you. But it doesn't seem like this person really likes to be in places where there's a lot of people. So they might actively like avoid, you know, concerts or larger gatherings just so they can be more peaceful with the two of you. Mainly I'm seeing that because of the Two of Cups, and that's just all about the two of you. So they might go to concerts and bigger events, but it just seems like whatever makes you happy is what they want to do. So that's what I'm seeing here with this first stack and that Labradorite. And I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our second stack here, we have this clear quartz. I'm going to put it over here. When it comes to this life partner, this future spouse, we have the Tower, we have the Three of Wands. So a big ending into a brand new, fresh start. So that might signify something here pretty big. So we have the Hierophant coming through, followed by the Sun. We have the Fool. A lot of brand new energy coming through. I'm wondering if this is saying that you haven't met this person, or there's at least a complete renewal if you have met this person that's coming through with these cards. Knight of Wands. We have the Four of Shells with soul searching and reevaluation. And lastly, we have the Empress. So we have Taurus coming out twice with the Empress, as well as the Hierophant, which is giving me double Earth, but we're also having a lot of fire energy. And I'm thinking just for some of you, there might be like something specific that's standing out here. If you're wondering if this is an old person that's coming through, there possibly is somebody from the past that is going to return, but it's going to be them in a completely different format, them in a completely different stage in their life. So something that's much more compatible with you, somebody who you actually feel a very strong connection with. So just to get that out of the way, if you haven't met this person, then this is brand new. This is like removal of any negativity that was present in the past in favor of this person and whatever it is that they offer you in the future. I do find it interesting we're starting off with the Tower, which is like starting off with the bang, you know, the everything falling apart and catastrophe, but it leads into this Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is normally a card that indicates a new journey or new stage in your life. And that's sort of what's present here when you start well, I should say when you start the relationship in general, and then as you progress into marriage, or, you know, that decision to be life partners, to stay together. So we're starting off big change into this beautiful energy of just peace. You go Three of Wands, making the decision to move forward, to sort of like be together, and then we find that peace in the Hierophant as well as the Sun, with a lot of just being on the same level, being able to communicate very easily with this person, to understand where they're coming from as well as where you're coming from. There's no sort of like miscommunication. And also the Sun, that rebirth alongside the Fool of Rebirth. This is, I mean, there might be one person specifically out there that's feeling this rebirth energy, and I'm saying it, and it's like you finally get that opportunity that you've been hoping for, or you finally feel like there's a connection that seemed like it was made for you. You know, like the universe is sending you this connection. As for the relationship itself, I do feel like it's sort of similar to the previous stack, with a lot of travel, like going places, maybe road trips, going to either like another state, another province, another country, just seeing sights, exploring things, and having fun with each other, just living it up, you know, letting every second you have be spent on something that really provides you with a lot of happiness. And I think with both of you coming out like within these cards, Four of Cups with soul searching and reevaluation alongside the Tower, it's almost like you both get into this very similar, very like harmonious mindset of deciding to live your lives in a better way, in a way that it produces positivity and almost like chases after optimism, rather than allowing whatever situations are going on or happened in the past weigh you down. A lot of big energy here though, and that is the difference between the previous stack and this one. Is I feel like this is more people. This feels like there's more interaction with a lot of people, or a lot of people surrounding you. So that's where the concerts or the large gatherings would come through within this reading, or just being surrounded by a lot of family, a lot of people, a lot of friends, just making it almost like a party. Like there's a very heavy party atmosphere, liveliness within these cards, within the Empress, within the Sun, the Three of Wands, even the Knight of Wands. Feeling a lot of high energy, a lot of just like, you know, almost like you can hear the music within these cards of just like a celebration here. So I feel like that's sort of this person just celebrating life, and that's what your life is like with them, just celebrating every second you can. Now, the good thing is I'm saying all these fun things, like you're going to have a blast together, you're going to hang out a lot, you're going to like go out and do fantastic things. But we have one of the most stable cards, or actually two of the most stable cards, with the Hierophant and the Empress, but mainly leaning toward the Hierophant. We have a super stable card here, and it's coming out as somebody who loves to have fun, because we see all these other cards, right? But we have it countered by somebody who is just very calm, very serious, somebody who's very peaceful, somebody who has a very unique way of looking at situations, so they don't go like crazy or get too out of hand. They have a very down to earth mentality, but they do love having fun. And I feel like it's heavily because of the Four of Cups, creating that perfect balance of just knowing who they are. So they know what to do, they know when to be serious, they know when to like buckle down, you know, focus on work, focus on family, focus on the home. But at the same time, they know when it's the right time to go out and do things, to have fun, to hang out with friends, to maybe like give yourself a break, you know, just do something that makes you happy rather than focusing on the difficulties or the things that are like more frustrating. You know, they know when to be childish and they know when to start adulting, basically, across these cards. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like with the heavy fire energy at the bottom there, Three of Wands, the Sun, as well as the Knight of Wands, that does have that push of travel, right? Of going places, doing things, seeing things. So I do think like deep down in this person's core, they want to travel. And it might be that during like their youth, or, you know, until they can retire, you see them primarily focusing on saving up, making things stable for the future, maybe a trip here and there, nothing too big. But when they retire, when they get older or get the chance to, I really do feel like they want to go out and like explore as far as they can. So that would be more of like, you know, going to another country or backpacking through another country, going on a road trip, those things that just allow them that sort of freedom to do what it is they want, to give them that peace by being anywhere and everywhere. So of course that would impact you because, or I bring that up because if you're their life partner, you know, you're their spouse, you're going to be there alongside them, and they see you as that companion, that partner that will move forward with them throughout life. The person that, like, you might not see yourself, or you might not see two people within all of these cards, but know that you are sort of the one that they're looking at when these cards are here. So it's like you might not see two people in Three of Wands, but know you are there, like, beside this person. And same thing with the Sun, they're looking at you, the Knight of Wands is looking at you. These are all energies that are showing this person is constantly considering you in everything they're doing. So it's all about having fun, enjoying life, being on that brighter side of things. They are serious when they need to be. The soul searching, the Tower coming out in those in the way that it has, it seems more like it's signifying a change into a new stage so that things can be embraced with, you know, greater ease, or at least a smoothness. But I think it seems like a genuinely just a fun energy here, a very fresh energy, a fresh start on maybe a relationship you've been hoping for a while, but never actually came through for you. So that's what I'm seeing here with the second stack and this clear quartz. I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our third stack here, we have that rose quartz. I'm going to put it over here. So when it comes to this future spouse or this life partner and your life together, we have the Ace of Pentacles coming out first. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, transformation with transition and liberation, which would normally be the Death card, but death is nothing to really be fearful of when it comes to tarot. And we have the Emperor with focus and stability. Okay, so I really do actually love this energy that's coming through here. We have a nice balance between the cards. We have some strong energies with the Sun, the Emperor, as well as transformation there. And I love that it's starting off with the Ace of Pentacles, because we see it as a new start, a fresh seed being planted, allowing it to grow into something that, you know, like, as long as you nurture it, it becomes greater and better, and it gets bigger and bigger. And it all requires that nurturing, or I should say all, at least, you know, the minimum it requires is just you know, water and sunlight. But the more you love it, the more you take care of it, the greater it grows. And that's sort of this relationship, is the more you love each other, the greater it is, the stronger it is. And we do have the appearance of my favorite card, the Six of Cups. So we do see a great longevity here that's represented, and a good, like, strong soulmate energy that's present within that Six of Cups, because we see somebody who you've known for ages, that somebody who, like, when you see them, you almost recognize them from past lives or past situations. Like, there's this strong connection that you feel, whether or not you believe in past lives. It just feels like you've known this person forever. And we see that great union with the Four of Wands that really does represent that this is such a fantastic union for you two. There's so much compatibility that is present between all of these cards, with Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Four of Wands, even leading into the Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles it's like the minor arcana empress, and we see the emperor there. So it's like you're on your way to the emperor and empress status regardless of gender. It's like just coming through as like that most elevated version that you can be. I love the presence of all the flowers, all the brightness, positivity. That shows me a lot like of two things. It shows me a lot of like being outdoors, maybe going out to an arboretum or botanical garden, a place where there's a lot of nature, a forest, you know, even just a place where there's a ton of flowers. That's sort of what I see here. Going out to really lovely places where you can just sort of look at the scenery. It might be going to the mountains, it might be going to the beach. It's just a place where you just feel like you're out in nature. I do feel like, with that said, like with the whole out in nature thing, it does seem like this person is less of a city person, more of a of an outdoor. Like, let's get away from all this. Let's get away from all these people and sort of get to somewhere where there's more peace or there's, you know, quiet. It it seems like this is just their sort of way of relaxing. Maybe they have a hectic job. I mean, it might be if they're reading as the emperor, it seems like they have a very like either um hardworking job, something that requires a lot of their attention, or something that where they just really genuinely don't have a lot of time for um just breaks, you know. So I feel like whatever it is, they just really want to get away from everyone else. They seem to also have a smaller family. I don't see like there's a lot of people, mainly with the way the sun's coming out, as well as the Four of Wands. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of people. So it might just be that that's what they're used to. They're used to having fewer people around them, keeping to themselves. I will say it's interesting across all these readings so far, the previous two as well as this one, we're seeing a lot of wands, and wands do signify travel. So although I don't think this person seems to be the one that will like want to travel, you know, the world, want to explore all over the place, I do feel like they're the ones that like majorly, like once summer hits, they are absolutely needing to go to the beach, or when it's spring they want to go outdoors and, you know, get finally like return to nature after winter. It's somebody who just really likes to be where nature is, and that's where you get that travel energy from. So somebody who just really likes to go places and do things. It also seems, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it's the first stack actually. Um, it seems sort of similar in the style of this person just wanting to spend time with you, especially in like at the first start of the relationship or the first portion of it. They more or less want to just spend time with you, to get to know you, to get on that same page as you. Sort of see that in the sun here, just getting to know you and sort of like what makes you happy, spend time with you. So like, you know, depending on your age or what you want in a relationship, if you want children or something, they just want to make sure they spend enough time with you before, you know, the family expands, or before introducing you to their family, or before the families get involved or other people do. And they just, you know, they really want to take advantage of the time before that. It just, yeah, it's got this interesting energy due to the death card back there with transformation. It didn't seem like something they were capable of doing before, and it might have been that maybe they weren't, whatever their job was prior to the relationship kept them so busy that like a lot of their relationships were sabotaged by that. They had no time. But now whatever stage they're in, when they are with you, they have more time to chase after that relationship, more time to put toward you. And it could also be that when it came to previous relationships, the people they were with weren't as compatible as you two will be, or you two are, and therefore there wasn't a lot of things that other person wanted to do with them that you'll want to do. So it's like it's a better overall relationship style. You have that Six of Cups and the Four of Wands, meaning there's a good base of like similar um, interests, you know, hobbies, places you'd like to go. So you can sort of like check off each other's list with your own, because it's just a lot of similarities that are going on there. This person might be, you know, somebody who has more desire to go places. If you're one who doesn't really like to go out, if you're more on the introverted side, or you're the one that likes to stay home, you might feel that this person really like has a taste for adventure or going places. But I don't feel like it's ever going to be too far to where it's out of your comfort zone. So they are very considerate of you. They're very considerate with every stage of life. And it's either giving me they're older than you, or they're very, very mature. With the Emperor and the Sun, the way that those energies are being picked up by me, at least, seems like this person is just very wise. They have a very good way of thinking, of evaluating things. They're very perceptive, and they pay attention to a lot of things that you might not realize that they're paying attention to, so that you don't feel uncomfortable and they don't put you in a place where you feel like you're not being heard. They're very considerate of you, very focused on the overall energy of the relationship. And I think that's mainly because this is what they want. They want longevity. They want a life partner. They don't want something that's quick and over with. They want somebody that they can settle down with, spend a long time with. And that's why we see it starting off with that Ace of Pentacles. And that's why their mentality is so true. Like, they know exactly what it is that they need to do in order to produce that life partner, you know, outcome. So that's what I'm seeing with this third stack and this rose quartz. And I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our first stack here, and that obsidian, we're going to put that over here. When it comes to this future spouse or this life partner, or whatever you feel a connection to in your lives, we have the Four of Cups coming out first. We have Judgment. I love the way she's sort of ascending here. We have the Knight of Swords, the World. We have the Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups. We have the Knight of Feathers with action and focus, as well as the Ace of Crystals with manifestation and prosperity. So Knight of Feathers would be Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Crystals would be the Ace of Pentacles. So first thing that's actually standing out to me is making me a little sidetracked, to be honest, because I'm seeing this Ace of Crystals with manifestation, and it started off over here with the Four of Cups, and she just looks so sad. And I'm like, it's like giving me this energy of like, you've both been waiting for the right person to come along, and every time somebody comes along, you get your hopes up, but then you realize it's like, that's not the right person, or there's something that says like, this is not who you need or who you want, and there are just too many things that create an like an incompatible relationship, basically. And then you let go, and here comes this person, and we see that finally you've manifested this right person in. So I do love the way that it's sort of coming out and ending in that manifestation of like, here it is, in it's like complete reality. You have this person's you know, energy, you have this person's appearance. So when it comes to life together, I think the way that the Four of Cups as well as Judgment are coming out, it's showing a lot of like who this person is, who you are, and who you both want to be. And it's finally that right option that's being presented. When it comes to the Four of Cups, a lot of the time it's just showing something being ignored, opportunity after opportunity being ignored. But then we see here the one like that stands out, meaning this person and you to them, is being presented, and you can't ignore it. There's like literally a rainbow coming out of that cup, and it's like time to grasp a hold of this, to let go of like this mindset that they're not coming through, and to embrace whatever is coming for you. So very good energy for you as like the start of this relationship. I do feel like if the Knight of Swords is coming through, if you haven't met this person yet, it does signify that their arrival is pretty soon. I feel like this is coming through at like a surprisingly fast rate. Maybe you know, I'm not gonna say like be on the lookout for everything, you know, that comes through. I just feel like this energy is coming through very fast for you, as well as it's reaching a fixed stage. And I love that the world is coming through in this position, because we see movement, and that movement signifies we're going from a stage of sort of like unpredictable energy into one that's fixed, and that's representing your like life partner, your marriage, this foreverness that's here within these cards. Unlike the other three, this one does seem heavily focused on the relationship between the two of you. So I will say it's mainly just you two that I'm seeing here. The other ones had some more like family or work aspects to it, but this one really just does seem about like it's about you two. The fixture of you two being together, united, and able to go through the rest of your lives with each other, because you finally found the one that is compatible with you. You see that in the Two of Cups. You see that in the Ten of Cups. Both cards here are representing being with the right person, the person that you're meant to be with, the like ideal life, the things that you've been praying, wishing, manifesting, putting out into the universe, asking to come through for you. That's what we see here. And we see that represented in the best form of the Ace of Crystals manifestation as it's actually coming through for you. And then the stability of a pentacle as something that's going to remain with you as you move forward. This person does seem heavily dedicated. I know I said this in one of the other stacks or several of the other stacks, but this person's energy is like you are the one, and they're going to make their entire life about you and the memories that they have with you and the joy that they find with you. And even if there's like, kids, if you like kids involved, we do see that with the 10 of Cups. But it's like this union is something that almost like they see themselves in you. They see who they've always wanted to be. They see happiness, they see dreams, they see a future with you, and it brings them this immense or like unrealistic level of happiness because of who you are to them, just how happy and how compatible you are, and how it's sort of like you can complete each other's sentences. You really do fit each other well. I love the way the 10 of Cups comes out because they look like they were made for each other. And I feel like that's the way this person looks at you, the way that you're made for each other. It's interesting because all the other readings came out with wands, and it's like travel, going places, doing things. But I feel like this person's just like all about you two being together. So whether it's like a little picnic here or there, going to get, some fast food and eating in the car, it's like wherever it is that you two are together makes them happy. We have the Knight of Swords coming out twice here. The first one seemed like more of the arrival of this person. The second one seems like the amount of effort that's being put into this relationship to ensure its longevity. And I feel like this person just sees you as a sign that was like sent from a higher power, and they can't, shake that. They can't let go of that. You are such a strong presence here that they can't let go of. They will continue to put in as much effort, as much, fighting as they can into this relationship to make sure it works out. And I love that it's also a sword because it's not just fighting, it's a level-headed amount of effort. It's not like going too far into like obsessive energy. It's a very tried energy, but something that's very evaluated. They really think about what they're doing to make sure that they're doing it in a positive way that really nurtures the relationship, helps it grow, and keeps it more looking forward. They don't want anything to just create a setback. But it's really all about you. And the other one said like, they want to go out and do things, or they love the family and all these, great things. But this one just seems like their life, your life together is all about the two of you. It's like in this Ace of Crystals card, it's sort of like leading down the path to the panda, which to me says like leading down the path to finally find you and to finally find this union. And they wished for this stability, this fixed energy for a while, but it wasn't coming through. I feel the same way with you. So it's this harmony, this beauty, this lovely energy that's present between the two of you, and there is no other compatibility that's out there that like either one of you will find like what you'll find with this person. It's all these things that you sort of had to look away from, all these things that maybe got away from you, but it was all done so that you could find this one. And I love that we start off with Cups, and then we get the two best Cups cards coming through with 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. It's like you might have missed out on those or felt like you did, but what is coming through with them is far greater than we could have ever imagined in the past. That also makes me think that, like, while I'm saying that, I'm wondering if this is a sign to you or a message to you to say what you felt like you missed out on when it came to other relationships will be replaced when it comes to this one. So things you wanted to do, plans you had made in the past that never came through because of the partners or the people that were surrounding you. This is sort of like your second chance that you'll have when it comes to a relationship. It's like that finally, like, oh, I get to do that. I put this off for so long, or this person didn't do that for me, or maybe you felt like you lost time, but then you see this and you have all that time restored back to you. But that's what I'm seeing with that 4th stack in Obsidian, and I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye.